Welcome back to my channel. I'm NDL Gamer. Today I'll be making a comparison video between Joker and Superman so you can decide whether to summon Joker from the banner or stick with Superman. First of all, this is just my personal opinion, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. That also motivates me to create more videos. First, let's talk about Superman. In this game, Superman is a warrior from the Justice League faction and also a metahuman. If you manage to build a team with 5 metahumans and 5 Justice League members, he will receive a significant power boost, as the entire team will gain a 15% HP increase and 25% attack boost. For example, a team that includes both groups could consist of Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, or Shazam.
I am Superman. I've got this.
Looking at his skills when he reaches max star, you'll see that Superman is incredibly powerful. First, let's talk about his Under a Yellow Sun skill at level 5. When using this skill, he flies into space, gaining a permanent stack of solar energy, increasing his attack by 30% up to 3 times. Then, he deals massive physical damage equal to 750% of his ATK to enemies. If you've ever owned Superman, you already know how strong this skill is. He has extremely high attack power, but his weakness lies in his low HP and defense, making him easier to defeat. Since he is often the main target of enemies, you need to build him to survive as long as possible to fully utilize this skill. When using this skill, Superman fires a heat laser from his eyes, dealing massive physical damage to enemies. The damage scales with his attack ATK, specifically 960% of his ATK. This skill isn't particularly special aside from its high attack power, but it does have the advantage of allowing Superman to hit targets even from a distance. This is useful because he is a melee hero and sometimes enemies can push him away, making it harder for him to engage in close combat. Superman takes a deep breath before exhaling a freezing blast, dealing 570% of his ATK as physical damage to enemies and applying freeze for 3 seconds. This skill not only deals significant physical damage, 570% ATK, but also provides crowd control by freezing the enemy for 3 seconds. This gives Superman or his teammates time to attack or recover. It can be used for single target attacks, controlling dangerous enemies by, or creating an advantage in tough situations. Weaknesses. This skill only affects one enemy, lacking AoE, area of effect damage. The 570% ATK damage isn't the highest compared to Superman's other attack skills. Superman's defense increases by 75%. At the start of the battle, he gains a 25% attack boost for each Superman family ally present on the team. Strengths. Enhanced defense. This skill grants a significant 75% defense boost, making Superman harder to defeat, especially in prolonged battles. Increased attack power. The 25% attack boost per Superman family ally allows him to deal even more damage, especially when multiple Superman family members are in the lineup. Early battle advantage. The attack boost activates right at the start of the battle, giving Superman an edge from the very first moments. Currently, in this game, there are no other heroes from the Superman family besides Superman himself. In the future, I'll make a video about building a team around this family when more heroes are introduced. Weaknesses. Attack boost dependency. The attack increase relies on the number of Superman family allies in the team. If there are few or none, the skill's effectiveness is greatly reduced. No crowd control or healing. This skill only focuses on boosting Superman's strength and defense, without providing any control effects or healing abilities. Alright, now let's take a look at Joker. In DC Dark Legion, Joker is classified as an intimidator, essentially a support hero, but instead of buffing allies, he focuses on debuffing enemies. He belongs to the Arkham group and is also a weapon master. If you assemble a full team from these factions, the entire group will receive significant boosts to accuracy and attack. Currently, there are only 5 heroes within these two groups: Catwoman, Joker, Two-Face, Scarecrow, and the Penguin. Joker's skill: Joker Venom. Joker deals 350% of his ATK as psychic damage to enemies with a 50 to 50% base chance to apply 10 stacks of Joker Toxin for 20 seconds. In auto mode, Joker prioritizes attacking the enemy with the highest number of Joker Toxin stacks. If an enemy reaches 50 stacks of Joker Toxin, their weakening and debuff effects spread to other enemies, transferring up to 5 stacks per effect. Passive effect. Passive. When an enemy dies while affected by Joker Toxin, their weakening and debuff effects spread to other enemies, transferring up to 5 stacks per effect. Joker Toxin effect deals 18% of Joker's ATK as psychic damage per second. Can stack up to 100 times, leading to massive damage over time. Strengths: massive damage over time. Joker Toxin continuously deals 18% ATK per second and can stack up to 100 times, making it extremely powerful in long fights. Debuff spread. When an enemy reaches 50 stacks or dies, their debuffs spread to others, providing AoE, area of effect control, and damage. Smart targeting in auto mode. Joker prioritizes enemies with the highest toxin stacks, maximizing damage output. Weaknesses: unstable poison application. The 50% base chance means that Joker may not consistently apply Joker Toxin, leading to unpredictable damage output. Slow damage scaling. Since Joker Toxin builds up over time, Joker doesn't deal burst damage immediately. Lack of sustain. Joker needs support to survive long enough to maximize his damage potential. However, among the 5 Arkham heroes, none have healing abilities. How to fix Joker's weaknesses? Since Joker lacks sustain, he requires a support hero to help him survive. However, the Arkham team itself lacks a healer, so the best option is to pair him with Poison Ivy, who can provide healing and extend his longevity in battle. Joker's skill: What a Gas. Joker detonates a bomb, dealing 200% of his ATK as psychic damage to all enemies within range. The attack has a 50% base chance to apply 2 stacks of Joker Toxin for 20 seconds. Strengths: AoE, area of effect damage. The skill damages multiple enemies, making it effective for crowd control and dealing high group damage. Applies Joker Toxin Bike with a 50% base chance. The skill adds 2 stacks of Joker Toxin to affected enemies, increasing damage over time and weakening them. Asham weaknesses: low damage multiplier. 200% A is not the highest compared to Joker's other skills, making it less impactful in terms of raw damage. Unstable toxin application. The 50% base chance means that Joker Toxin stacks are not always guaranteed, making its effectiveness inconsistent. No crowd control effect. This skill doesn't stun, slow, or disable enemies, leaving Joker vulnerable to attacks. This passive skill amplifies Joker's psychic damage by 30%. Additionally, each of his attacks has a 50% base chance to apply 1 stack of Joker Toxin for 20 seconds. This effect can trigger once per second. Strengths: increases overall damage. The 30% psychic damage amplification significantly boosts Joker's damage output, making him much deadlier in extended fights. Consistent Joker Toxin application. Every attack has a 50% chance per second to apply 1 stack of Joker Toxin, allowing Joker to continuously weaken and damage enemies over time. Synergy with other skills. This skill enhances Joker's entire kit, especially Joker Venom and What a Gas, making his damage over time dode effects much stronger. Weaknesses: unstable toxin application. Since each attack has only a 50% base chance to apply Joker Toxin, the effectiveness may vary depending on luck. No crowd control. This skill doesn't stun, slow, or disable enemies, making Joker vulnerable to attacks. Overall assessment: Big Laugh is an essential skill that makes Joker's damage over time effects more reliable while boosting his overall DPS. However, he still relies on allies to help him survive longer and maximize his toxin stacks. Joker's skill Buzz Off. At the start of battle, Joker gains one stack of a 25% attack boost for each ally in the Notorious Arkham Criminals group. Strengths. Strong early game power spike. Joker immediately gains increased attack, allowing him to deal heavy damage from the start of the battle. Perfect for Arkham team comps. Since there are 7 characters in the Arkham group, Joker can potentially gain up to a 175% attack boost, making him a high damage threat. Weaknesses. Team composition dependent. This skill relies entirely on Arkham allies. If Joker is placed in a mixed or non-Arkham team, the attack bonus will be much weaker. Overall assessment. Buzz Off is a powerful buff for Arkham-focused teams, giving Joker a massive early game advantage. Unlike Superman's family synergy, which is currently limited, the Arkham group already has 7 characters, making this skill much easier to maximize.
I am Superman. I've got this.
Superman versus Joker, which one to choose? When deciding between Superman and Joker, consider these key factors. 1. Personal preference. Hero fans pick Superman. If you prefer heroes and dislike villains, Superman is the obvious choice. Villain fans pick Joker. If you enjoy playing as a chaotic debuff-heavy villain, Joker is the better option. 2. Free-to-play, F2P versus pay-to-win, P2W. F2P players pick Superman. If you already own Superman, it's easier to upgrade him to 5A without spending money. If you don't have him yet, Joker might be the better choice due to his stronger future team-building potential. P2W players pick Joker. Even though Joker's skills have only 50% activation rates, he has 3 skills with this effect, meaning his poison stacks will activate consistently. If you can afford both, having both Superman and Joker is the best case scenario, as they can cover each other's weaknesses. 3. Game mode viability. Fast clear modes pick Superman. Many game modes prioritize quick battles, making Superman the better choice. Slow burn strategies pick Joker. Joker's poison-based damage takes time to build up, making him less effective in speed-based game modes. 4. Team composition and early game considerations. New players pick Superman. Early on, you're more likely to collect Justice League heroes rather than villains, making Superman easier to integrate into your team. Advanced players pick Joker. If you already have or plan to build an Arkham team, Joker becomes a much better long-term investment. Final verdict. If you want a straightforward, tanky, and early game friendly hero, Superman is the safer choice. If you want a villain with high damage potential in the right team, Joker is the riskier but more rewarding option. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found the information useful. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you have any questions.